From Michelle Tuzzi. And new at 5, gun control advocates demand action in the wake of the Isla Vista massacre. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is live at a gun shop in Burbank where Elliot Roger purchased one of his weapons before his murderous rampage. Rob?
Ellen, management at Gun World here didn't want to talk to us about the Isla Vista shooting rampage, but it is important to note that authorities say the 3 guns used in that rampage were all bought legally, and that is why gun control advocates are seeking change. It didn't take long after the gunfire in Isla Vista ended and the body count tallied for the subject of gun control to hit the airwaves.
Nobody needs to own 3 semi-automatic handguns.
Richard Martinez lost his only child, 20-year-old Chris Michaels Martinez, in the Isla Vista shooting rampage. His emotional plea for stricter gun control laws played out on television screens across the country.
Chris died because of craven, irresponsible politicians and the NRA. They talk about gun rights. What about Chris's right to live?
In the wake of the 2012 Sandy Hook shootings in Connecticut, similar impassioned pleas for stricter gun regulations went out, but eventually faltered in Congress.
I thought after Sandy Hook, it wouldn't take any more to get the Congress moving. I mean, how many tragedies do we have to have before people are galvanized into action?
Congressman Adam Schiff says a starting point for politicians needs to be making it harder for people with psychological problems to be able to buy weapons. Elliot Roger, the man behind the Isla Vista shootings, was said to suffer from Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism. But because he was never committed to a mental health facility, he was able to legally buy the 3 handguns and hundreds of rounds of ammunition found in his car.
I think there are some of us in Congress who would like to see the background check maybe take in the possibility of mental illness.
Meantime, just hours after the Isla Vista shootings, Tony Strickland, a Republican running for Congress, sent out automated campaign phone calls with a pro-gun rights message to thousands of area voters. They said in part, quote, Tony has been a longtime supporter of the rights of citizens to keep and bear arms and will continue to oppose and actively fight any legislation that would take away our fundamental Second Amendment right to bear arms, end quote. Now, a spokesman for Strickland says the automated campaign call was scheduled prior to the shootings, went out automatically and only to a small group of Second Amendment supporters. Meantime, the National Rifle Association has not responded to our requests for comment in the wake of the shooting rampage. But a leading gun rights attorney, Richard Feldman, is saying that the NRA is not the problem, but that Congress needs to keep guns out of the hands of people with mental illness. Reporting live in Burbank, Rob Hayes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Rob, thank you. New at 5, Pope Francis says he will soon